side.
With U.S. soldiers dying nearly every day in Iraq, tonight thousands of soldiers who have already done time there are now coping with having to go back with no end in sight. Good evening to you. It may be a short break for Kansas military troops home from serving in the war in Iraq. Because there's not enough international support, the government is extending deployments and calling up tens of thousands more reservists. KAKE's Sahar El-Hodiri has more from downtown Wichita. Sahar.
Well, Beth, for war veterans, there's always a lot of uncertainty. So for soldiers that are home now is the only definite thing.
You got that, Sam? You want me to help you?
Helping with his son's Boy Scout fundraiser has a whole new meaning for Rick Maddox.
Sam, don't run into anybody. All right, I got it. It makes you realize those values that maybe sometimes you kind of lose in everyday life, and you kind of figure out what's important. So,
Like selling popcorn.
Like selling popcorn with my kids, that's right.
For 11 months, Rick was on stateside active duty for the National Guard. He's been home in El Dorado since July, but may have to leave again.
You glad he's back? Why?
Because we get to play AAA and soccer and basketball, all that good stuff.
And all that good stuff is what Larry Sollinger's enjoying with his family in Derby.
I love it. I don't want to leave.
Larry just got home Saturday for 2 weeks of R&R. He's been in Iraq for 9 months.
People there don't like us too much, so that makes our stay that much harder.
And much harder because of a rise in anti-American violence. And being there through all the recent deaths is even tougher because U.S. soldiers don't know when they're coming home for good.
There's a lot of rumors out there. Latest rumors February, but it's not a for sure thing. We could be there for another year.
An unsure future when he gets back to Iraq. So Larry's focused on being here.
I want a mermaid.
Oh, really?
Now.
I'm gonna try to live these last 2 weeks like it's my last.
And 37 U.S. soldiers died in Iraq just last week. We're live in downtown Wichita. Sahar El-Hodiri, KAKE on your side.
And that brings us to tonight's online poll question. Do you think the U.S. should send more troops to Iraq? Please cast your vote at KAKE.com and we'll bring you the results tonight at 10. And another soldier from Fort Riley is added to the list of those who won't be coming home from the war. Staff Sergeant Mark D. Vasquez from Michigan died yesterday from an attack with an improvised explosive device in Fallujah. He is the 12th soldier stationed in Fort Riley to be killed. And the big picture, so far, at least 394 Americans have died in the war, including 4 Kansans, since the beginning of the operation in March. It was a dangerous night on some Kansas roads in Cowley County near Ark City. One person was killed, another seriously injured when their car lost control and hit a tree. Both people were thrown from the car. And in Sumner County near Suppsville, 2 people were hurt when a car rolled into a ditch after the driver fell asleep. The passenger was flown to a Wichita hospital. Her condition has not been released. The driver, however, is in good condition tonight. A Wichita man is fighting for his life tonight in an area hospital. The man was riding his motorcycle heading east on Central when he lost control. Bad road conditions are said to be the reason for him losing control of the bike. Wichita police say the man suffered severe head injuries. He was not wearing a helmet. It was a frightening moment for some kids today in East Wichita. A van carrying 5 people, 3 of whom were children, rear-ended by a church bus. Everyone in the van was wearing their seatbelts. One child was taken to the hospital with a mild injury. 41 people were on the bus. Ironically, no one was hurt. How safe are your kids on their way to school? A KAKE exclusive examines the growing problem of predators at bus stops. A rash of suspicious character cases in the Wichita area this school year have many parents feeling uneasy about the safety of their children.
Concerned, nervous. It's just one of those things you don't really think about until you walk up and tell me, and then it's like, whoa.
Tonight on KAKE News at 10, KAKE's Rachel Phillips shows us sex predators are dangerously close to many children every day. Your child could be their next target. Tonight, don't miss Predators at the Bus Stop. Well, the sun made it out for the second half of the weekend. With it came some warmer weather. So will the sun stick around for the beginning of the work week? Our meteorologist Jolene Wall is in the Weather Center with your first forecast.
Our clouds did break up a little bit across the area today, so our temperatures warmed up about 5 degrees in many cases. It was 52 degrees. That might likely be our high temperature here in Wichita. It's Salina, it's 52 degrees right now. 51 in Colby, also in Garden City. We've not lost the clouds completely. We're just getting some breaks in them, and that will likely be the case as we go through the day tomorrow. Kind of a mix in sun and clouds, and a south wind should help our high temperature up to near 60 degrees, but it's not going to stay that way all week. I'll talk about your forecast more in detail in just a little bit.
Okay, thanks, Jolene. A car bombing in Saudi Arabia blamed on Al-Qaeda tonight. The Saudis say it is part of the terror network's willingness to shed Muslim life to bring down the United States. 17 people were killed, more than 120 injured. The attackers, who broke into the compound, exchanged gunfire with security guards before detonating the car bomb. One terrorism expert says there shows
they clearly are still capable of launching mass killing attacks. And it's also clear that they have absolutely no remorse about killing their own fellow Muslims.
No limits to who Al-Qaeda will target. Many of the 200 homes inside the upscale residential compound were either destroyed or severely damaged. Today in Iraq, several violent explosions rocked central Baghdad. It is the fourth bomb attack in the Iraqi capital in the past week. U.S. soldiers and Iraqi police patrolled the streets after the attack. The Iraqi police say they arrested a man in connection with the incident. It does not appear anyone was hurt in the explosion. After deliberations lasting more than 8 hours, Israel's cabinet has narrowly approved a prisoner swap with Lebanese guerrillas. The deal was approved by a narrow margin, 12-11. The deal calls for the exchange of more than 400 Palestinians and Lebanese prisoners for an Israeli businessman and the bodies of 3 soldiers. Critics of the deal warned Israel would be seen as rewarding violence. Well, hunting season is drawing thousands of people and their four-legged friends right here to Kansas. But what happens when one dog owner abandons his partner along on a Kansas highway? We'll explain. And it was a messy morning for some cleanup crews after a train jumped its tracks. We'll tell you about it next.
You're watching KAKE News at 5:30 with Beth Jett. KAKE First Alert Weather with Jolene Wall. And Sports with Jeff Herndon. KAKE News on your side.
ABC puts on Sunday's best. The rookie falls for a senior officer.
Are you hitting on me?
And it could be his most dangerous move yet.
Are you crazy?
10-8 officers on duty. Then Sydney Bristow's secret.
Oh my God. You kept Sydney's secret from me.
Is finally exposed. A new alias. And he said.
She wanted to have sex.
She said.
He raped me.
And the truth.
Oh God, Jimmy.
Will destroy one of them.
How could we have missed this?
An all-new practice tonight at 8/7 Central. ABC puts on Sunday's best.
No matter how hard you play or what you do to stay in shape, you still gotta eat. Try the healthy menu from Spangles. It features low-fat sandwiches that are extremely high in taste, like the grilled chicken on pita with seasoned grilled chicken, fat-free mayo, and pita bread. Get a Jell-O light on the side, and you'll have all the energy you need to stay in the game. She shoots, she scores! Make that win the game.
Freshness made to order. Spangles, it just tastes better.
Back in the 1860s, Western music followed cowboys to Kansas as they made the historic cattle drive up the Chisholm Trail. Now, almost 150 years later, the Western Music Association Festival is following the trail to Wichita, November 13th through the 16th. Our Kansas heritage and the spirit of the Old West come alive through concerts, workshops, dances, and even cowboy church on Sunday. Ready to sing?
Dawson, God made some of us to sing and some of us to sell cars. Your kind of dealership, Davis Moore.
When you play the Home for the Holiday sweepstakes at Food for Less, you could win a check for $150,000 to buy a new home. It's a 99-cent sale this week at Food for Less. Fresh-cut pork steaks are just 99 cents a pound, and 3 pounds of goldenrod bananas only 99 cents. We'll give you a winning game card every time you go through the checkout, absolutely free. Come home for the holidays. Come home to Food for Less.
Closed captioning brought to you by Messiah Baptist Church.
Tonight, there is someone in our area who is missing his best friend. That friend disappeared last night on Interstate 135 near Broadway in Harvey County. You'd never know by the looks of Interstate 135 today that less than 24 hours ago, several people pulled over to save a life. On Saturday, the first day of hunting, one animal defied the odds and survived. Kevin Jans, who likes to hunt, didn't go hunting that day. He was coming home from helping his family when he ran across something in the middle of the road.
I knew there was a lot of hunting going on, and something just didn't feel right to me.
It was a dog crate. Kevin passed it, but then turned around.
We're kind of dog lovers over here, so I decided, well, I should at least stop and take a look.
Sure enough, something was in it.
It was shaking, all scared, and I just couldn't believe it.
It's definitely a hunting dog.
The dog ended up here.
I don't know what his name is now, but we could probably just rename him Lucky.
Sergeant Craig Douglas says the crate apparently fell off the back of someone's truck.
He was in the middle of the southbound lane of traffic with cars going all around him, so he's really a lucky dog.
The dog doesn't say much.
Do you have any comments about what happened last night?
He can't tell us his name. All he has is a green collar, a problem with one of his eyes, a mild personality, and, oh yeah, lots of luck.
He's just a real happy dog, happy to be alive.
The dog wasn't injured, just very scared. Kevin says if no one comes forward to claim the dog, he'd like to keep it. Now, if you recognize that dog, please call the Caring Hands Humane Society Newton at 316-283-0839. Cleanup crews had a busy afternoon today, cleaning up after a train derailment. It happened early this morning in Maryland. A total of 21 cars jumped the tracks and ended up in a wooded area. No one was injured, but investigators are still looking for the cause of the derailment. Well, can you ever be too old to get married? Well, coming up, it's not every day you get to see your great-great-grandparent tie the knot.
And we had a warmer day across the air today. A little bit of sunshine helped our temperature for a high in Wichita, 54 degrees after a morning low of 40. No precipitation, and you know the sun's already set. We did have some clouds across the area today, so they're not completely out of here. We'll talk about whether the clouds will stay or go. That's after the break.
KAKE News, bringing you more on the story. City Manager Chris Churches has turned in his resignation.
More live, in-depth coverage than any other station.
We have a network of reporters with live team coverage on this story.
KAKE News, uncovering the big story days before it broke.
The council members we talked to say they're willing to act, they want to act, but they're waiting.
First to report the end could be near.
First to report the questionable contracts and lavish travel expenses.
The big stories break first on KAKE, on your side.
Presenting the Ashley Furniture Home Store Truckload Savings Event. A full lineup of irresistible savings, famous Ashley Direct prices, and very attractive terms. No payments, no interest until December 2004. The Ashley Furniture Home Store Truckload Savings Event. Don't wait. An event this big can't last long.
Hi, this is Michael Garozzo, owner of Wichita's newest Italian restaurant, Garozzo's Ristorante, at 21st and Webb. Try our signature dish, chicken spadini, with 6 variations, including our now famous Atkins Diet Special. Don't miss our fabulous Sunday brunch. I promise you, it's the best in town. Our restaurant's beautiful and spacious. We seat 250 indoors, not counting our breathtaking patio. We offer banquet facilities for 20 to 100 people. Come in and see. Come in and taste. Garozzo's, where chicken spadini began.
Are you tired of your kitchen? Do you need help deciding what direction you should go? Let the professionals at Southwestern Remodeling perform magic on your kitchen. They'll help you design and remodel a beautiful new kitchen at an affordable price. Southwestern Remodeling and Craft-Made Cabinetry have 60 years of experience and are quality through and through. Choose from hundreds of options that will truly make your kitchen one of a kind. They have everything to meet any need and to suit any lifestyle. Call Southwestern Remodeling today and let them perform magic on your kitchen.
KAKE Viper 3D, brought to you by Don Hatton Chevrolet.
A little sunshine, a little south wind help our temperatures warm up today, anywhere between 5 to 10 degrees warmer than what we had across the area yesterday. In fact, in Wichita right now, we are at 52 degrees. It's 51 in Hutchinson, 52 degrees in Salina, 50 in Topeka. It's only 46 degrees in Hays, 47 in Dodge City, but 51 degrees in Colby and also in Garden City. We've had some breaks in the cloud cover today. Not completely gone, though, so they're still going to have an impact on our forecast here as we go through the next couple of days. We've actually had south winds, and that's helped our temperatures warm up a little bit across the area today. Why south winds? We've got the high pressure that's just off to our east, so the flow around that, which is clockwise, giving us that south wind, and of course that south wind usually always helps us warm up. Our little system from yesterday is out of here, and you see we're getting clouds coming at us from a system out on the west coast. There's quite a spin in the atmosphere there, and in fact, they even had a couple of severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings in California today. That's how strong that system is. We've got the high pressure in place. It's kind of high and mighty, but it's starting to take off. So the system out west will be what influences our weather as we go through the next couple of days. It's going to come here in pieces, which means we'll have off and on chances of rain as we go through the next couple of days. And eventually this system is going to pull some cooler air into our area as well. So as we head through the evening hours, here's what the regional predictors predicts the chances of still some of those thicker clouds across the area. The south wind, the possibility we could see a shower, maybe some drizzle early Monday morning. As we head through the day, though, I think the clouds will break up somewhat, so we will get some sunshine, and the south wind will keep our temperatures on the mild side. As we head in through Tuesday, little bits and pieces still coming at us, and a new chilly front headed our direction, and that's going to mean our temperatures will take a dive by about the middle part of the week. How do our temperatures stack up for south central Kansas this evening? Well, we're not going to be as chilly as we were last night. In fact, we'll be right near 45 degrees in Wichita, 44 in Salina, patchy fog, mostly cloudy skies. High temperatures tomorrow, 60 degrees in Emporia, Wichita, and 62 degrees in Salina. Notice the winds out of the south at 15 to 25. A little breezy as we head through our Monday. For southwestern Kansas tonight, mid-40s, the south winds, patchy fog possible, but it will be very patchy again in nature. Southwestern Kansas tomorrow then, 68 degrees in Dodge City and also in Garden City with a southwest wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. For the northwestern corner of the state, we're going to have temperatures that cool down tonight. 40 degrees in Oberlin, 37 degrees in Colby with south winds. And then high temperatures tomorrow are going to be in the 60s, 65 degrees in Colby, 62 in Hays with a variety of winds and also a variety of clouds. Here's a check of your 7-day planner where your weekend is always in view. Mild temperatures Monday and Tuesday, and then the cooler air pushes in Wednesday. It looks like Thursday and Friday our best chances of rain in the upcoming 7 days.
Okay, I was surprised when I walked out. I wasn't shivering today. It was pleasant.
It did have that mild feel to it.
Yeah.
It's not going to last too long.
No. Okay. All right. Thanks, Jolene. Okay. Butler County and Coffeyville will play another, or are playing another classic in El Dorado. And the Chiefs are off and running against Cleveland. Don't miss all the highlights coming up next in sports.
Away from home, listen to KAKE First Alert Weather on B98 FM.
William Brown is about to get sauced at Carlos O'Kelly's. Sure, Mr. Brown likes our frosty margaritas, but he loves our fresh Mexican sauces. Poblano cream sauce, spicy Diablo sauce, and rich butter garlic sauce. Sauce is so tasty, he wants every last drop. Carlos O'Kelly's made from scratch sauces are so good, everyone cleans their plates. Mr. Brown also cleaned his tie. Carlos O'Kelly's. Get sauced.
Watch to win with KAKE Channel 10. We're giving away 4 grand prizes valued at $5,000 each. Here's how to play. Send it. Mail an official entry form found in the KAKE Watch to Win magazine, available at Wichita McDonald's. Watch it. Look for your lucky number during KAKE News at 10. Win it. If you see your number, you've won $100 and a chance at a weekly grand prize valued at $5,000. Send it, watch it, win it with KAKE on your side.
Jack? Is that you? Man, you look fantastic. What the heck you been doing?
Eating chicken.
The secret's out. One original recipe chicken breast has just 11 grams of carbs and packs 40 grams of protein. So if you're watching carbs and going high protein, go KFC. And now get a 12-piece bucket of kitchen fresh chicken for just $9.99.
Chicken. Chicken.
For a fresh way to eat better, you got a KFC What's Cooking.
If your child is struggling or just not being challenged enough, call Sylvan today.
Reading can be pretty cool.
Sylvan, the skills to do better in school, the confidence to do better in everything else.
Call Sylvan in Wichita or Hutchinson today.
Discounts on all fours? No way! What are you, nuts?
Well, Long MacArthur's doing it. We're giving cash back and 0% financing. 04 Mountaineer has highest customer loyalty. Take 0% and up to $3,000 cash back. Or hey, use our 0% and up to $5,000 cash back to own Aviator or Navigator. Don't listen to them. See why 60% of all new vehicles sold in this area come from Long MacArthur on the south side of Salina, just off I-135.
New at K. Wiggins Bead Boutique, Bead Bucks. Be rewarded for your shopping. With every $25 you spend, you'll get a bead buck, good for later purchases. Ask about our bead classes and see our new collection of Swarovski beads. K. Wiggins Bead Boutique, 120 Northwest Street.
All right, now we're on. Thank you. The second half of the season begins for the Chiefs today, hosting 3-5 Cleveland. Both teams coming off a bye week. Browns having a hard time with the Priest today. Couple of touchdowns for Priest Holmes in the first half. Kansas City leading 14-3. The Browns get one back at the second to make it a 3-point game. Watch closely, kicking off to Dante Hall and the ensuing kick here. Could this be that record-setting kick return Hall has been waiting for? Gets down the line, makes some moves, some open field, but watch as he is tripped up on the 15-yard line. Oh, so close. 77-yard return for Dante Hall. The Chiefs lead by 10 at the break. It was Holmes doing the scoring in the first half, and then Trent Green picking up the slack in the second. 28-yard pass and catch to Johnny Morton, who does the worm. And the Chiefs are scoring on almost every possession today. In the fourth quarter, Green tossing another touchdown to Eddie Kennison. 368 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions for Trent Green. The defense struggled a bit today. Didn't matter. Kansas City 9-0 with a 41-20 win. Holmes rushing for 92 yards on 16 carries. He scored twice. Next up for the Chiefs at Cincinnati, the 4-5 Bengals beat Houston today. Tampa Bay losing again, this time to Carolina. The Panthers blowing a 20-7 lead, but scored a late touchdown to beat the defending world champions, 27-24. Bucks falling to 4-5. Butler County overcame a 25-point halftime deficit to beat Coffeyville the first time around. Today's rematch is for the Jayhawk Conference Championship. The Grizzlies ranked number 1 in the country, the Ravens number 2. This game starts a lot like the first meeting. Adam Fisher to Kerry Reed. The Ravens leading big 31-3 at the break, but just like the last meeting, Butler makes a comeback in the second half. Joseph Harris down the line. He'll break a tackle, cough up the ball in the end zone, but Harris will fall on it, score a touchdown for Butler County. The Grizzlies score 28 fourth-quarter points and pull off one of the greatest comebacks in the school's history. In the first meeting, Butler overcame a 25-point halftime deficit. This time, it's a 28-point halftime deficit. The Grizzlies beat Coffeyville 45-38. So Butler County now at 11-0 in the driver's seat for a national championship. AP College Football Poll, Wildcats would be ranked 26th if there was such a ranking. 85 votes for the Cats this week. Nebraska moves up 1. Oklahoma State and Missouri fall out of the top 25. New arena and a